it's Teresa here and welcome to my laundry. Now a lot of you have purchased the Paris vest over the Christmas period, and today I'd like to show you how to wash it. Now what I'm going to show you isn't just limited to the Paris vest. You can wash any of your favorite clothes in it, anything that you'd wish would last forever. Well, nothing lasts forever, but hand washing will certainly help it to last longer than its normal lifespan. Okay, so here is the equipment we're going to need. A bucket, some wool wash, and some laundry soap and rubber gloves. Okay, so I'm going to start by putting the rubber gloves on. So this is not just to protect your hands, it's also in case your nails are a bit rough. You don't want to snag the fabric, and the silk certainly is quite delicate. So we're going to half fill it with lukewarm water. And we'll put a splash of wool wash. We don't need a lot because we're only putting 2 in there. Just a tiny splash, that was too much. Yep, plenty. Now with the vest, undo the knot. Don't worry, hang around and I'll show you how to knot it again at the end of the video. So we're going to swish the wool wash around to mix it through into the water before we submerge our garments. Okay, so submerge these. Now, hand washing is essential for your delicates. Now, some people say to me, yeah, but can't I just wash my stuff in the washing machine in one of those bags on delicate cycle? And basically I say no. You're better off hand washing in a bucket because you can control the amount of agitation that your garments get. So the less the better. Okay, and it really does prolong the life of any garment. So if there's a mark on it, identify where that area is in advance. Grab your soap and just very gently apply it on any mark, all right, like that. Don't rub because the fibers are slippery on the silk and you don't want them to separate. So no soaking because you don't want the colours to bleed into each other. So bleeding is the term that the industry gives when the colour runs from the item into the water or into itself or into another item. So hence no soaking. Give it just a gentle swishing around. And we're going to rinse it until the water runs clear. So that can be 2 or 3 times. Just very gently. You want to get rid of any residue of the wool wash or the soap if you've used it. Yeah, that was pretty clear. Do it one more time. Okay, now we're going to go outside, and I've got an area under cover where I'll hang these. Now, it's important to hang them in the shade rather than full sun, because the sun likes to bleach the colour out of things. We certainly want these bright and colourful for as long as possible. So here's my little area. I've strung up some wash lines underneath. And don't worry, if you don't have a shaded area, I'll show you how to do it indoors or when you're traveling like in a motel or something. So I've just wrung out a little bit of water, squeezed a little bit out gently. That's the key word here, is just to be gentle because it is silk. So I've just folded it in half over the line. I don't like using pegs because if it gets breezy, the pegs hang onto the fabric tightly, and the wind can make marks where the pegs are. So I don't like that for that reason. I grew up in New Zealand and in windy Wellington, so everything I wore had peg marks. So consequently, I avoid them like the plague. Okay, so here's our second one. Now I'll show you how to hang this if it's indoors. So just get one of these clothes racks, put an old towel over it rather than a new towel. Reason being, a new towel, the colour can bleed out, and you certainly don't want any colours leaching into your precious garment. Okay, Just put it there, one on each side. If it's indoors, just place a towel at the bottom so to catch the drips. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to iron this. So here's one that I washed earlier. So just follow me. Right, so put your iron on silk setting, very important, okay? Now there's water in here as well. I'll just do half of this because I'm sure you don't want to watch me ironing a whole thing. It's not the most exciting job. So basically this is what we do. The prerequisite for the iron, I say, is just make sure it's clean because you want it to glide smoothly over the fabric. Bit of steam. And it irons really quickly and easily. Now some of you may not want to iron it, and that's quite fine too. You get that bit of a crinkled look. I'll just do up to halfway, because you can see where it's been hanging over the line. Okay, pretend I've done the whole thing. Now, I'll show you how to wear it as a vest, or how to tie it up. So we're just folding it in half, and we're taking these two ends and tying them together into a knot. Oops, I've dropped it. Okay, so just a neat little knot like that. While you're holding the knot, you will find the open ends. So put it on, there we are. Put the knot mid-back, okay? So doing that straightens the hemline a bit. Otherwise, it just goes up. We don't want that, okay? If you want arm coverage, flick it out, okay? So that's how to wash your Paris vest or anything delicate. If you have any questions, please message me. And until then, happy washing.